I am John Hauge, and I approve of this message.
This video is going to be about requiring none of the above to be a selection on all ballots for elected positions. The ballot is essentially a survey. Say it's the ultimate survey of the sentiment of the voting public. To be accurate, every possible response must be provided to the voters. Here we have a group of people that we want to take a survey of. The survey taker comes by and he has a survey for each one of them to fill out. On this survey is this simple question: what is your favorite topping? And this is going to be for pizza. So choice number 1, pepperoni. Choice number 2, sausage. Choice number 3, all of the above. Choice number 4, none of the above. Or in other words, cheese pizza. But that doesn't cover all of the possible choices. Choice number 5 could be, I've never tried any of these toppings. There might be somebody out there who's never eaten pizza, and that needs to be an option when you go and do a survey. So how would this apply to our typical ballot? So in Illinois, we have a candidate for state representative, some district. We'll call it XYZ. And then we have a district for state senate. We're going to call that district PDQ. So we have candidate number 1 and candidate number 2. The voter goes in, casts a ballot into the ballot box, and the light strikes up because they didn't want to pick either one of these candidates because they weren't happy with them. What we need is a choice called none of the above. So then we're going to go and add that. Now, the voter can go and say, I don't want candidate number 1, I don't want candidate number 2, I'm going to pick none of the above. Now when they go to cast the ballot, it goes in there, the light doesn't go off, and the vote counter says that it's good. Let's look at a possible set of results from an election where none of the above is part of the ballot process. First we have our state representative from District XYZ. Candidate number 1 gets 70% of the vote. None of the above takes 30% of the vote. Then we'll look at the results for our state senator from District, let me get this right, PDQ. Candidate number 2 gets 55% of the vote, and none of the above gets 45% of the vote. So what does this tell us? For state rep, candidate number 1 could do better, but for our state senator, candidate number 2 only got 55% of the vote, with none of the above at 45%. This is an opportunity for a challenger to take on this incumbent the next time around. This example demonstrates the importance of having none of the above as a possible choice on a ballot. Because none of the above can show the weakness of an incumbent and encourage challengers to challenge them on the next election, I believe requiring none of the above should be on all ballot elected positions. This is just another proposal under the umbrella of centrist conservatism.